So recently I saw this news about this TikTok cosplayer that accidentally shot and killed their friend, and I figured I'd just go over it, give my 2 cents, and try and see what happened there. I probably won't be editing this heavily or anything really. It's not a really funny video. I'm not trying to use comedy really here or anything. Just to go over the situation, cover a few points, and yeah, basically just see what happened here. So what exactly happened at the morning of January 17th at about 1:30 in the morning? This group of friends was hanging out, and they were watching the show Gotham, um, which is like DC Universe. That's not really important. They were watching the show Gotham, and apparently they saw the Penguin who had a gun, and presumably this TikToker, their ex boyfriend had left a gun at their house. Why? Why did he leave a gun at their house? Not really sure. That doesn't make much sense to me, but that's what happened. So they were like, "Hey, I have this gun," and they went to go retrieve it and play with it, which is always a bad idea. Never ever do that. And then presumably the boyfriend, before he left, he said, "You know what? This is how the gun works. Here's how you remove the magazine. Here's how you clear the chamber. All that good stuff to make sure the gun is safe and safe to be manipulated, not played with, like what would happen here." Um, so yeah, they were going around playing with this gun, passing it around, um, just treating it like it wasn't, a firearm. Uh, and then the night went on. They continued drinking, um, even smoked some marijuana. That's not really important. Just showing that they were intoxicated while doing this. And then at some point, one of the friends said, "Oh, shoot me," as in, jokingly shoot me, not like shoot me with a live round, but jokingly shoot me. So they did, and then another friend said, "Ooh, do me next. Do me, pretend to shoot me as well." And when they did that, they, went up to the friend and put the gun to their head and shot them in the side of the head, like actually shot them. The friend was, of course, rushed to the hospital, but unfortunately did die the next day. Now, I read the court documents and would like to try and get into the specifics of how this might happen. Let's see, the handgun used here was a Glock, which is a semi automatic handgun. The type or model of Glock isn't necessarily known, but this type of handgun does not have an external safety. There's no thumb activation blocking the firing pin. Um, all of the safeties in the firearm are internal, which means it is entirely reliant on you not to pull the trigger to make sure that gun doesn't go off. So there was no safety here. Um, Literally just going around, pointing a handgun at people and pulling the trigger. Something I found worrying was a direct quote from the individual. Well, not a direct quote, but they said that they were pointing the gun at themselves and at other friends, and it was making a clicking noise a few times before it went off. That's not how this type of pistol works. You pull the trigger, and it releases the striker. Um, no matter how many times you pull the trigger after that, you will not hear a clicking noise. You have to physically grab the slide and pull the slide back and release it to reset the striker and get another clicking noise out. So what does that mean? In theory, I think that means, based on logic, that this person was going around and racking the slide and then pointing at someone and pulling the trigger and then racking the slide again and just doing that with an actual handgun, um, which never do that. Um, but that's really where you get into the nitty gritty of it. At this point, they had fake shot one friend. which means the gun was racked and they shot it. And then, I'm guessing very soon after that, they said, the next friend, who, unfortunately passed away here, said, "Ooh, do me." Um, I'm guessing they said that very soon after that. I don't see why they would wait minutes later. Um, but I'm guessing very soon after that, they said, "Ooh, do me next." Which means they had to rack it again and then pull the trigger at their friend. In between that, somehow a live round had to get into that chamber. How that would happen? Um, Literally putting a loaded magazine into the gun and then racking it in between fake shooting your one friend and actually shooting your other friend. That's how that would happen, basically. No, that's why the police asked, "Do you remember putting the magazine into the firearm?" And they said, "No, I was really, really drunk, but I could have done it." Um, yeah, you would have to have done it. That's the only way that would have happened. Um, but yeah, that's how that type of firearm works. There is no safety. There's no just pulling the trigger and hearing a clicking noise. That doesn't happen. Um, so that's how the situation would have had to have occurred, based on trying to use logical deduction of what might have happened. Like it says, they were all drunk. Um, this person especially was really, really drunk. Anyway, that's sort of the breakdown there of how that might have happened. Um, Ever since that, this person has been on, released on $20,000 bail, which $20,000 for that's insane. That's like the same bail you'd get if you had a bundle of heroin. I don't understand how that one was swung. But anyway, yeah, the person's out on bail. They have to wear an ankle monitor, all that stuff like that. Not allowed to use alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substances, all that good stuff. Um, but yeah, pretty insane response from that. Um, it made this video basically just to say, don't drink and play with firearms. Don't play with firearms in general. Never do anything like that. And yeah, that's basically the skinny of it. Um, my condolences go out to the family that was affected by this. Condolences go out to the victim. I hope you can find some sort of peace or solace behind it. But yeah, that's basically it.